L's up, L's up. Welcome into Little Lady Blue podcast show. Y'all ready to get this thing started? Well, we just about to do that. Come on in, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And a great show lined up for you today. All my Little Lady Blue fans, L's up. I'm sorry I ain't been able to get back on this, but I'm back, you guys. I'm here and I'm on the pocket. I'm trying to keep this thing rolling. Y'all just bear with me now. But before we get ready to get this thing started, y'all know how we had to start it off. L's up, L's up. Welcome in to the coolest podcast show around, the Little Lady Blue podcast show. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. My fans, friends, and family, you guys. It's been rough. The Lady Blue been trying to get back on this thing. I've been having so much going on, you guys. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I got to get my shots out. And like I'm working on so many new things, you guys. So I hope y'all, were able to get on my YouTube page, which is BS.BS show. I want y'all to get on that page, watch the videos, like and subscribe, because you know what, you guys might learn something. This is one of the coolest shows on podcast, you guys. I try to keep my stuff real positive. I don't like to bring negative and stuff. You'll never hear that from me. It's all good. Learn something. You might come across something that you didn't know. That's what Little Lady Blue is all about. Just having fun, enjoying, and coming up with something to make you go, things to make you go, That's right, you guys. So welcome in to all my fans, friends, and family. Little Lady Blue is back. Once again, watch, like, and subscribe to all the shows, you guys. It's only going to get greater. I got so many things that I'm working on and doing. So without further ado, I got a great topic today, and my topic today is recognizing antique materials, you guys, that can be worth something. Little Lady Blue did some flea marketing this week. Anybody know about flea marketing? Yeah, I did a little flea marketing, you guys, and I was called some things and some things of value. I said, these are a lot of times we look over stuff, don't realize people be getting rid of a lot of stuff that's worth something, you guys. The Lady Blue is always on the prowl. You know what I'm saying? So I do a show about it because I saw a couple things that I liked and wanted to get. So the name of this show is, the topic is recognizing antique materials that can be worth some. Do we know antique materials, you guys, when we see them? What do we know about it? So let's get on into it. First, let me get my shots out. Get back in there. Shouts out to Mac Mama, Mr. J, my brother Terrence, my brother Joe, Big Red, my sister BA. Oh man, I got so many, all my fans, friends, and family. You guys, I got so many I can't name you all, but I thank y'all for supporting me and watching with me. We're gonna keep this thing growing, but one love to all of y'all. One love, one love. Also, my brother brother G down, you guys, at 16. Your hair cut and hooked up. He's a bad barber at 1664 Lamar. I got to give my brother shots out. Shots out to Mr. G. That's right. Just go down there and say, I heard on Little Lady Blue podcast show, they say that you can hook us up and he can get you hooked up. Uh, Along with so many others, my brother Johnny Hardaway, Sweet Elegance, y'all. Sweet Elegance. Y'all heard me talk about Sweet Elegance. My brother's bad company, you guys. So if you're getting married, your birthday parties, whatever it is, you might want to get on Johnny Hardaway page, Sweet Elegance, and check him out. Also, my sister Queen B out there on the road. Be careful, sister. Praying for you. And so many. I got so many people. If I miss anybody out, I'm so sorry. Just gonna keep this thing rolling just the way it is. I hope I got this right. But anyway, so all my fans, friends, and family, you guys, one love all over the world, one love. So let's get this thing started. Y'all ready to get it started? Oh, when you hear this, it's time for the fact or crap. And I get to ask you guys a question, and you guys get to weigh in on the answer. If you're on my YouTube page, BS.BS show, you can type your answer into the chat and I can shout you out. I just ask the question and you tell me if it's crap, if it's a fact, or if it's crap. The fact or crap game, you guys. So, all right, let's get ready to get on in this. Let's get my music started, y'all. Anybody with birthdays today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed your day today. Had a pretty good day down here in Memphis. I don't know about anywhere else, but it was pretty cool. It was kind of laid back and cool today, you guys. The weather was pretty good. It's better than yesterday. Put it like that. It was like 100 and some degrees yesterday. So it got a little bit warm down here in the dirty. Did I say it right? Dirty South? In the dirty South, y'all. So let me get this thing started. Okay, here we go. I gotta get my music turned on, y'all. Okay, here we go. Is it on? Is it on? It's on, it's on. Okay, it's on. All right, here we go, y'all. Thing is playing. I can't really hear it, but I think it's playing. So anyway, let's get on into the show. Boy, this is really something. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's show and topic is recognizing materials that can be worth something. I was doing a little flea marketing and I came across some nice things, you guys. And one of the things that I came across, maybe y'all don't know nothing about, so Little Lady Blue is going to try to see, can I break it down? Break it down for you. Y'all ready? Okay. This right here, you guys, is something that I came across right here. And this is antique. This is like antique copper right here. We're talking about copper. Do anybody know what copper is? Across some antique stuff, boy, exactly what you're looking at. Like, this is like antique copper. Copper. Y'all know the material that copper is. Exactly what copper is. Y'all ready for me to tell you what copper is? All right. Those of you didn't know, then you didn't learn anything in school. Okay. Material. If y'all don't know nothing about copper, what copper material, kind of putting out stuff that they great grandfathers and mothers had, and they don't really know the value of. It wasn't worth a lot, like you know, brass and a lot of that stuff was back in the days. Copper just came in to play now because they use it for so many different actually, this is a little antique set that is Dutch and Italian by Valentine's. It's antique copper, you guys. It's right here. So, if you don't know what copper is, let me tell you. Copper is a chemical, an element with the symbol copper symbol, you guys, on the chemical chart. It's Cu. Copper is a chemical element with the symbol Cu and atomic 29. It is soft and metal with its high thermal and electrical conductivity. Fresh exposed surface of pure copper has pinkish orange color. So just in case you don't know, see the pinkish orange in there, in that color right there, shining kind of like the penny. I'm gonna show y'all the penny in a minute, but it's kind of shining like the penny, that copper right there. And it's the Cu is the chemical element. Uh, it's the symbol for the copper, y'all. Uh, and it also says things to know about copper is what's the value of copper. If y'all don't know, and you running across a lot of things out here in these sales and stuff, you're looking at it and you don't really know what you're looking at. It said the price shown in the US dollar per pound, the current price of copper as of September the 19th is $3.53. That's how much copper, the value of, that's the value of copper now, y'all. So that's not bad right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, copper is used for a lot of things, you guys. So a couple more pictures of copper, just in case. I like that little set right there. That's nice right there. You know what I'm saying? They use copper for a lot of things, but copper is it done came into its value in these days and time. Copper is pretty, big, you guys. Let me see if this is what I'm looking for. If this not, that's not it right there. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the. Here we go. Here's another copper antique. You see the pinkish orange that it was telling you, the pinkish orange. That's how you can tell if it's copper, right there. It's got a pinkish orange color in it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I said once again, like the penny. That's how you know that it's copper. That's right. So if y'all didn't know, now you know. Let me give you a little insight on copper again. I'm trying to get the right thing pulled up. What are three common uses of copper? If you don't know the use of copper, ladies and gentlemen, most copper is used in electrical equipment such as wiring and motors. Y'all know they use copper, like I think for like electric lines, and when they doing things and stuff like that. It's a good thing for what's the word I'm looking for, when they running conductivity and stuff like that. Copper gives a better response for a lot of electrical, electrical things. So let me get this right. It tried to go away. Okay, and it says most copper is used in electrical equipment such as wiring and motors. It conducts both heat and electricity very well and can be drawn into wires. So see, copper is used for a lot of wiring work. You know what I'm saying? It also uses in construction, for example, roofing. It's also used in construction, for example, roofing and plumbing, and industrial machine such as heat exchangers. So it's good with heat, you guys. They use copper for a lot of electrical work. It's big now, copper is. And a lot of people don't know. So a lot of materials that you run across, you don't know what you're looking at when you're going to these flea markets and sales. People just getting rid of it. You know, hey, that's copper right there. You know what I'm saying? Copper has many desirable properties, characteristics of transition metals. It is a soft, like I said, it's metal and a conductor of heat. That's what it says. And it resists corrosion. Copper does eventually oxidize to form copper oxides, or I can't spell this, verdigris. Y'all had to work with me, which is a green color. Wow. So that's what it says about copper, you guys. What is the biggest use of copper? Well, the largest use was for equipment and manufacturing. That's the largest use of copper, you guys. So copper is used for a lot of things, and it's big, and it's really important in this country, you guys. So probably all over the world. Here's another thing, shine. You see, this is somebody probably just getting rid of a cup. You're not paying attention to the cup. It just looks like it needs to be shined. You know what I'm saying? The cup looks like it needs to be shined, and you just walking over and not paying attention. Well, if you look at it and you don't know the material that is made out, this is copper, you guys. It just needs to be shined up. If you get all the dirt and shine it up, you will see that this copper, it looks just like the penny. It looks just like the penny. Just take a look at that. Let me get my paper. Okay. I can't go too far. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it looks just like the penny. Copper. That's pennies are made out of copper. If y'all didn't know, it looks just like the penny. So if you're seeing something like this at some flea markets and stuff, you guys, take a chance with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be worth something. You don't know really what you're looking at. So that's considered copper, you guys. Yes. Let me see what else we got here. What else we got? We got yeah, that's the penny. We showed you the penny and how you can tell if it's copper because if it looks just like the penny, you can compare the material and you can see that it's pretty much the same type of reddish orange, like, you know what I'm saying, material. Yeah, so yeah, copper, and you guys don't know, copper is worth a lot. There's some pieces that's worth this piece right here. It's an 18th century cast copper status. You know what I'm saying? Statue. Right here, and it's worth like $4,000, you guys. So see, it's stuff like this that you might even walk past at the flea market or somewhere, or some at a thrift store somewhere. You don't even know what it is. Somebody maybe just got rid of it. Maybe they didn't know the value of it. But it's this piece right here, you guys. It's worth $4,000. It's an 8, and it is copper. It is made of copper. Yes, this piece right here is. So that's what I'm saying. You never really know what you're looking at. You walk right by it, and you're not paying any attention. Yeah, that piece right there, you guys, it's worth $4,000. So do you really know? Can you really recognize antiques and the materials that they're made of and what they may be worth? You know what I'm saying? You walking right past and you may not be paying attention, but it really may be worth something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this piece right here. Here's another piece. This is a copper piece, and it's worth like $445. Believe it or not, y'all, it's worth $445. Yeah, copper. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You're not really knowing. You're just walking past and you're not paying no attention to it. This stuff could be worth something. So next time you're at the flea market or the thrift store or somebody they don't got rid of it, recognize the material you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? Try to think about investing into it. And you know what? Let me get this show for y'all right here. This is a Vanish trumpet, copper trumpet right here, worth $185. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, worth $185. It's Vanish trumpet right here. So that's another piece, because they make instruments and stuff out of copper and stuff too, you got. So next time, y'all just learned something today if you didn't know, because I just went over some things with y'all about copper. So you know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, the symbol for copper is Cu once again, and it also says that copper, the main properties of conductivity, corrosion resistance, it's good for machines. You know what I'm saying? They use it for electrical, big for electrical. Some wiring and stuff. How you doing, Mac Mama? Thank you for tuning in to Copper, us, you guys, to the world. Copper is very important. They use copper for a lot of things. So if you're not paying attention, you don't know what you're looking at when you're out here. Sometimes you just walking by this stuff thinking it ain't nothing. Pay some attention. Is something. We said it's three. It's now, as of now, it's $3 and some a pound for copper. You know what I'm saying? It's got red. That's how you know it's copper, because it's got a red orange like look to it. I think there's something to, you know what I'm saying? Again, right here. So that's how you can kind of tell, you got now this right here is a rare 1943 copper penny right here. They said this young lady teenager found this right here, you guys, and it's like 1943, and it's a rare copper penny, 1943. And you can tell the way it looks. It doesn't really look like copper, but they say it is, so it's worth money. I don't. She looked up on it and found it. You know what I'm saying? So once again, recognizing antique materials that can be worth something. You know, you might be looking over it, and it may be really worth more than what you see. You know what I'm saying? It could be worth that, y'all. So let's move on. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Okay, what's going on? How you doing, Mac Mama? Thank you for tuning in. It's time for the fact of crap, gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, welcome in Facebook, YouTube. You guys, coolest little podcast show around the Lady Blue Show. L's up. Getting ready to drop my advertisement on a lot of things, you guys. It's growing. So check this out, you guys. If you're just tuning in, I want y'all to get on my page and check out all the videos. Watch, like, subscribe, you guys. Make sure you watch, like, and subscribe. It's going to get greater. So thumbs up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about the importance of copper. Let's move on now to the next one. And y'all didn't know them yet. Once again, you just learned something. I told you might learn something on the shows. They're not just funny, but the shows you may actually learn something. So CU is the symbol for copper. You see CU, you know that this right here has copper, and there's, you know, certain foods and stuff with copper too. We're not gonna get into that. So, and I didn't read my disclaimer, so let me read my disclaimer right now, you guys. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute, otherwise be infringing non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yes, so I had to read that. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I just read it for you now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about copper and, you know, recognizing antique materials that, like I said, I was just scrolling at the flea market, just looking around, you know. And this guy, man, he had some... The stuff that he had was like, you know, because when we talk about brass and copper and stuff like that and bronze, we think of the medieval times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff came out of when it's really antique, it came back from them times. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you really find some of value, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he had some everything, and it just caught my attention when I was walking. I said, man, where did you get who are you, first of all, and where did you get this stuff from? And he said, well, I come every once a month, you know. And he said that when I come, I said, well, now that I know you are where you be at, you know, I make sure I do my flea market kind of in this area when I'm just browsing and looking, you know, just to see what's what. He had like, man, 1950 cars and everything. This guy was on point with a lot of things. So I really enjoy looking, and he taught me some because all the copper and the brass and stuff, the older stuff that he had. I said, this antique, these things are antique, and not just so much worth some, but they're just beautiful to have. You know what I'm saying? Just beautiful to have because, you know, it kind of take you back in time. So we talked about the copper. We talked about copper and you guys what it means. So let's move on now to what we call the brass. Yeah, we're talking about brass now, you guys. This is a brass set right here. brass antique set. If you don't know what brass is, allow me to explain to you what brass is. See, I told y'all you're gonna learn something today. uh, Brass. So when you're watching this stuff, you're gonna know exactly what. Whoa, no, that's not copper. That's brass. That's brass, copper, and bronze. You know the difference. Um, Brass is also a good material, and brass is a great conductor of heat and corrosion resistant, especially uh, to galvanic seawater corrosion. It costs well. I'm sorry, it casts well. Is reasonably durable and attractive, and even possesses such qualities. Some sorry, was it antimicrobial qualities that thanks to its high copper content. So brass do have a little copper into it as well, you guys. Uh, is brass a metal? That's what you want to know. Okay, is brass a metal? Brass is like copper. And what is brass? Brass is like copper. I'm sorry, no, it said brass like copper is a non-ferrous red metal. Okay, unlike the pure metal, however, it is a metal alloy that primarily consists of copper and zinc. So it does have copper mixed with it, you guys, and zinc. Other metals such as lead, tin, iron, aluminum, silicon, and magnesia are also added to produce more unique combinations of characteristics. So brass do have a little bit copper in it, you guys. So that's a nice little brass antique right there, you guys. If you didn't know, this is also another brass antique right here. It kind of, you see the reddish in that. It's kind of like the copper, but if you kind of look at the copper has a little red orange in it. You can see the difference in the color. That's brass too right there. It's antique right there, you guys. Also these candles, you see the difference in it now, the color in it, the brass. Yeah, it's different from the copper, believe it or not. It is. Let me show y'all the copper, what a penny was like. Copper penny, see, that's the copper penny. Now you see the difference. Now that's the brass right there, you guys. So let's read a little bit more about brass. Uh, does brass turn green? Brass does brass turn green? Brass is a copper zinc alloy that contains as much as 40% zinc. The presence of yellow metal makes it prone to green corrosion. So I guess that answered that question, which is also known as verdigris. It can occur both indoors and outdoors. Wow. So that answered that question. Do brass turn green? It says the presence of the yellow metal makes it prone to green corrosion. Will brass rust? Copper, brass, and bronze does not rust. Copper, brass, and bronze does not rust. Did y'all hear that? That's beautiful. For the same reason as aluminum. All three have a all three. Okay, Jeff, you just okay. Mr. J just tuned in. Okay, he says, "Sir, thank you, Mr. J, for coming back in." Says service is back up. We were saying, Mr. J, will brass rust? And once again, copper, brass, and bronze does not rust. Therefore, no iron oxide or rust can form because it says all three have a negative amount of iron in them. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, no oxide or rust can form. However, copper can form a blue-green patina on its surface when exposed to oxygen over time. Wow. So that's what it says about copper. But as of right now, it says copper, brass, and bronze do not rust. So if you're just tuning in, this is brass we're talking about now. We're talking about brass. Let me see what you said, Mr. J. I love three. I love three brass. I love these brass. Nice. Yes, sir. They are nice. Thank you, Mr. J. That's brass right there. What we're talking about. Here's another brass antique right here. You can see we was talking about the color in the brass. We said brass have a, I think a red color, and a copper have like red orange, like the penny. We was talking about that, and you can see the difference in the copper, red, orange like color, and brass just have a red like color, to it. Let me see. Let's get another good picture of brass. We're talking about brass now. These are called vintage brass wine brass cups right here, you guys, and they're worth money, believe it or not. I know a lot of y'all think that they don't. It's just something you're looking over, but you shouldn't look over because you never know what you're looking at. These cups, they cost a little bit something. You know what I'm saying? They're brass cups, what they used back in the medieval times. Used to make wine and they drink wine and stuff out of them. Yeah. So you see the difference in the material. Is brass healthy to wear? Jurors believe that unlike others more expensive base metals, brass is not. And so we knocked that answer out, question out real fast right there, you guys. We're talking about brass material. If you're just scrolling through flea markets or whatever, or you see this, do you really know the material that you're looking at? Do you really know the antique material that you're looking at between brass, copper, and bronze? We talked about copper earlier, and we're talking about brass now. Brass. Let's here's a look. Y'all, they made instruments out of brass. Y'all, they have instruments out of brass that cost money too. Yeah. So we talked about the copper symbol is Cu, where brass is an alloy of copper and zinc, and proportions which can be varied to achieve varying mechanical, electrical, chemical properties, you guys. So it's substitutional. It is a substitutional alloy. Atoms of the two may replace each other within the same crystal structure. So we're talking about brass, y'all. Brass is similar to bronze. See, that's why I'm saying you really never know what you're looking at. If you're looking at this stuff, you might think you're looking at brass. You don't know if you're looking at bronze. You don't know if you're looking at copper. Well, this is why I'm showing you the difference, because are you recognizing the antique materials that you can be looking at that can be worth something? You don't really know. So this is considered brass right here, you guys. And it says, let me get this right. Brass has long been a popular material for decoration due to its bright gold-like appearance, being used for draw pulls and doorknobs. Brass, y'all done seen them brass doorknobs and stuff. A lot of them, they're so beautiful. It has also been widely used to make utensils due to properties such as having a low melting point, high workability, and durability in electrical and thermal conductivity. Brass is still commonly used in applications which corrosion resistance and low frictions are required, such as locks, hinges, gears, bearings, ammunition, zippers, plumbing, hose, couplings, valves, and electrical plugs and sockets. So see, it's used for a lot of things. So once again, you really know what you're looking at. What do you say, Mr. J? What is? Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. J said I would not even drink out of them. Just look at them all day. Yes, they're so beautiful, Mr. J. You're right. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. You guys, you can just look at them. Did I even do the fact of crap? That's what I was supposed to do. Let's go ahead and get the fact of crap down in the middle of this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. Here's the fact of crap. This is where I get to ask the question, and all you got to do is type in the chat whether you think it's fact or you think it's crap. All right, y'all. The fact of crap question is: Americans can eat more hot dogs on Labor Day than any other day of the year. Is that a fact or is that crap? Gotta add a humor to that. Americans can eat more hot dogs on Labor Day than any other day of the year. Facebook, YouTube. You guys, is that a fact or is that crap? Type that in the chat right now. And Little Lady Blue's gonna shout you out and give y'all a couple seconds to think about it. All right, you guys, I gave y'all a couple seconds to think about it and type it in the chat. Mr. J, he's on point tonight. He's on the ball tonight. He says fact. He said fact, or should it be a fact? We're gonna find out right now, Mr. J. The question was, Americans eat more hot dogs on Labor Day than any other day of the year. I said, is that a fact or is that crap? Mr. J said it's a fact. And Mr. J, you usually be right. And tonight, as Bernie Mac say, in tonight, you are wrong. Sorry, Mr. J. They eat the most hot dogs on the 4th of July. Y'all make some noise for the fact of crap. That's right. That's when they eat the most hot dogs. Y'all just learned something else. People in America eat the most hot dogs on the 4th of July. It's the most time people eat hot dogs. So let's get back into the show, you guys. That's all right. You get it next time, Mr. J. Thank you for trying. Don't thank you for participating. Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about brass. Let's get back to showing some good old beautiful brass right here. Now here's a brass antique. Once again, we talked about that. We talked about the goldness of the brass right here. Uh, here's a early 19th century Greek ornament brass right here, you guys. This thing is worth money. Do you hear me? If you didn't know, you just walking past the sale and you see this right here. This statue, this piece of artwork right here. This is worth money. It's an early 19th century Greek ornament brass. And if you don't know, like we said, brass is used for so many things: locks, gears, bearings, valves, braces, brackets. They base plates. They do so much with brass, you guys. And this right here is a 19th century piece right here. So this is worth money. You know what I'm saying? And if you just scrolling past it and you don't know what you're looking at, somebody gonna walk right up in front of you and snatch it. You know what I mean? They're gonna walk right in front of you and snatch it because you don't know exactly what you're looking at. This brass piece is worth money. It's a 19th century brass Greek piece right here, ornament. And you guys, I'm trying to get the right thing here. It says the Romans. It says the Romans was the first. Just in case y'all didn't know, the Romans was the first to use brass or any significance on any significant scale. Although the Greeks were well acquainted with it in 330 BC. So see, brass been around a long time. This is a 19th century piece right here, and it's worth something, you guys. And we asked the question: can brass rust and bronze? No, brass and bronze do not rust. You know what I'm saying? So, man, there's so much to learn about this material, you guys. A lot of times we're walking past, we're not paying attention to what we have in front of us. It's best to stop and start paying attention and recognizing that antiques may be worth something. You know what I'm saying? It could be worth something. It just depends on the material and depends on, the property and everything of the material. You know what I'm saying? So, it says, does brass turn black when burnt? Well, according to this, it says does brass turn to oxidized brass is typically blackish, green, or blue, and hardens like a thick crust over the surface of the brass. This coating typically flakes off and can be removed to reveal the shining brass surface. Oxidation has no effect on the integrity of the brass by the way of the brass the way corrosion does. So I don't think it does, you guys. I think you can just shine it up. You know, y'all don't know what you got to use or have to shine it to keep it look intact, keep it looking good, you guys. So once again, these brass cups right here, you know what I'm saying? This stuff is worth money. You know what I'm saying? Here's a even, and you know this is worth something right here, you guys. This is a Napoleon brass right here, statue right here. You walking right past this. This is bronze. I mean, bronze is worth something too. But we're gonna get into that right now. But let me get this one right here. Here's what I'm looking for. This statue right here, John F. Kennedy, is copper. This is copper. I missed that earlier, and it's worth $35. So I missed that one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about brass now. And this let's go with this trumpet right here. This trumpet right here is brass. It's a brass trumpet, y'all, and it's worth $1,800. This brass trumpet right here. So see how it shines. You see how the material is goldish looking. You know what I'm saying? Red, like goldish looking. That's the difference in the color. You know what I'm saying? They were saying there's a difference in the color with brass and copper. All you gotta do is pay attention to the color. You know what I'm saying? We said copper once again was like a red orange, like a penny. That's like copper when you see that. But when you see this goldish looking, that's brass. You know what I'm saying? So this they make instruments and stuff out of them too. We talked about the copper instrument, which was this horn right here, you guys, and it was worth $185. But the brass, this brass horn right here is worth. It's a Jupiter 700 trumpet. It's worth like $1,800, you guys. So you see the difference. You never know really. You never really know what you passing back. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the 18th century. Once again, copper piece right here worth $4,000. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start recognizing what material is, paying some attention to it, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shine that copper up and see what is really worth. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the last thing. We learned a little bit about copper. We learned a little bit about brass. And now let's get on into the bronze. So we was talking about Napoleon right here. Yes. What'd you say, Mr. J? Mr. J said, what's that item? Which one is that? What is the... Oh, I believe you were talking about this item right here. This is a brass. Let's see what. Okay, he wanted to go back to that and see what Ottoman brass was. This Ottoman brass item is very expensive. It's an old Greek item. Mr. J said, "What is the Ottoman brass?" Well, let's find out what the Ottoman brass is. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It says, okay. Yep, here we go, right? I'm trying to find it. It's worth money, though. That's what I do know. The Ottoman brass is worth a lot of money. It says right here. I'm just saying, I'm going to try to find this right here. It's not really giving me no information that I'm looking for on here. Antique 19 Ottoman Middle East bronze. Yeah, okay, that's bronze right there, but it's not even giving me the information I need on it. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, I might have spelled it wrong. Hold on, Mr. J. Let's get it spelled right first of all. I think that's what I'm messing up at. Yeah. Yeah, Ottoman sculptures and stuff, you guys. They sell for pretty good too. And then they're like an old Greek. This one right here is an old Greek one right here. Okay. Ottoman brass. Okay, let me tell you exactly what it is. I want to find exactly what it means. Yeah, they call it's worth money. That's what I do know, and they're not giving me much meaning on it, but it's worth money. So what does it mean? Okay. It's not giving me. It's got to do with it's an old like antique, like I said, Greek and Turkish like stuff from the medieval times. You know what I'm saying? Material. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth a little something. This 19th century Greek piece, Mr. J, Ottoman brass. And that's why I say it's a certain type of brass. This Ottoman is. I know that, and it's kind of expensive, and very heavy. That's what I do know. So we have to do a little bit more research on that. But it's a very heavy. It's a different. That's what I'm saying. The material is a little bit different. The older man, it's a heavier heavier type of brass material, so it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if you seeing something like this, try to pay attention and try to figure out exactly what type of brass it is. You know what I'm saying? Because there's different types. You know what I'm saying? So on that, let's keep it on moving. Thank you for that question, Mr. J. It's a great question. We're gonna do a little bit more research on that. That's the Napoleon bronze, and we talked about bronze. So let's tell you exactly what bronze is now, y'all. Bronze. If you don't know what bronze is, bronze material. You know, we talked about copper, and we talked a little bit about um was it copper and brass. So now let's talk about bronze. And it says bronze is a metal alloy that primarily contains copper and 12% tin. Other elements such as aluminum, arsenic, it's got a lot, y'all. Oh God, are also added to yield different properties. These mixtures form some of the common bronze alloys, including leaded bronze. So what is the difference between brass and bronze? If y'all don't know, when you're looking and you're trying to find out the difference between brass and bronze, brass and bronze are both metal alloys, which means they are a combination of two or more different metals. Brass is composed of copper and zinc, whereas bronze is made up of copper and tin. Sometimes with other elements such as aluminum added into as well. So that right there, you guys just gave y'all the difference between brass and bronze. I like brass myself, but it says brass and bronze are both metal alloys, which means they are a combination of two or more different metals. Brass is composed of copper and zinc, whereas bronze is made of copper and tin, sometimes with other elements as well. So if you didn't know the difference, that is the difference. So let's get on into this bronze. Here's another picture of bronze right here. Now, believe it or not, this little Phillips, this is a Phillips collection bronze statue right here, you guys. It's worth $3,000 right now. This statue, this little thing right here, this little dog, this little dog right here is worth $3,000. Believe it or not, bronze. This little bronze piece. Why is bronze expensive? Well, all three contains copper. The percentage is far lower in brass and bronze than in pure copper, as alloying elements are mixed in. This reduces the cost of brass and bronze. Bronze is usually more expensive than brass. That's what it says. It's usually more expensive than brass. Wow, that's something I didn't know. Bronze is usually more expensive than brass, partly due to the process required to manufacture bronze. Oh, that's why. So bronze, it could be more expensive than brass. Well, really, it says it is. So this piece right now is worth $3,000. This is a Phillips collection, right? You can look that up for yourself. Just like this one right here. Yeah, this right here is worth This is a $4,000 piece right here, and this is a divine water garden. This, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Do you realize real bronze, bronze pieces, brass pieces, copper? Do you know the difference in them? You know what I'm saying? The weight, how heavy they are, what type of bronze, what type of brass it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So here's a bronze bulldog right here. Ain't that nice right there? Yeah, that's nice. That's a bronze bulldog right there. Bronze bulldog statue. I know y'all like that. If you just tuning in Facebook, we're talking about recognizing antique materials that can be worth something. So if you just tune in, Facebook, YouTube, you guys make sure y'all get on my page, BS.BS.show. Watch, like, and subscribe. You guys, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We're talking about recognizing materials, you guys. Sometimes I'm at flea markets or whatever, you at the thrift store, or you just out shopping and you don't really know what you're looking at. You got to pay some attention sometimes to some of this material. And it says, is bronze worth more than gold? That's a good question. Is bronze worth more than gold? Gold is worth more per ounce than both silver and bronze, but less of it It's found every year because it's far more rare. So that answer that question. No, it's not worth more than gold. Gold. It is not. And it says it also asks is how can you tell if bronze is real? Well, you can tell if bronze is real if the metal is indeed bronze. Then you should hear a ringing, a little chiming sound that will last a few seconds after the hitting. So you can thump it, and if you hear that little shing, then you know it's probably real 9 times out of 10. On the other hand, if it sounds like a thud or a dull, you can be quite sure that the metal is not metal at all. So fake bronze substances like resand will make a dull, heavy sound. So that's the difference. Y'all just learned something there. How you can tell the difference if it's real bronze or not. It said if it's real bronze, you should be able to hear a ringing sound. You should be able to hear a ringing like a chiming sound that will last a few seconds after the hitting of it. You can hit it and it should have that ringing sound to it. If it make a dull sound or you know what I'm saying like that, it's not real bronze, y'all. So you just learned something with that. I like that bulldog right there. Believe it or not, this piece right here is bronze, and it's worth $7,000. This is a bronze family piece right here, you guys, and it's worth $7,000. This piece right here. Yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. So do you really recognize the antique material that you're looking at? Do you know what you're looking at when you're passing through? Some pay some attention, people. Pay some attention because you never know. Oh, this is a great show right here. This is a great show. You're learning something today. Mr. J said, look like the boss. Oh yeah, that girl will sell. Yes, she will sell, won't she, Mr. J? You sure know what to say. She will sell. That girl will sell. You talking about the goddess? Yeah, the goddess will say this is a family piece right here. I'm gonna pull it back up in a minute. This family piece is worth $7,000 right here, y'all. It's bronze. It's heavy. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? So we learned a lot about bronze. We learned a lot about brass and copper, y'all. How to tell the difference in this stuff. How to tell if it's real, you know what I'm saying? How to recognize what you're really looking at. It's another question is asking is wants to know the bronze uses. Well, what do they use bronze for? Due to its corrosion resistance and unique colorizing, bronze is commonly used in manufacturing of corns, hardware mounts, furniture trim, sealing of wall panels, ship hardware, and all sort of automobile parts. Bronze is. See, so bronze is quite usable, you guys. So when you're running into a lot of this stuff, you could really worth some, y'all. What can be made out of bronze? Oh wow. Engine parts, pumps, except propeller, ship bells, stuff like that can be made out of bronze. Engine parts, I didn't know that they can make engine parts out of bronze. It's here that they can. So bronze serve a lot of purposes, you guys. It can do a lot of things, you know. So they do a lot of things with bronze. So that's one of the things that they said it makes. That is engine parts and pumps and propellers for ships and ship bells. I know the big ship bells will be bing. Then when the ships is coming, the big old bells will be ringing. Yeah, that's bronze. So wow, bronze carry a lot of weight. But this piece right here it's worth $7,000. This family piece of bronze, y'all. So you don't have to take my word. You can find out for yourself. Get on there and find out for yourself. And we talked about how this piece right here is worth $3,000. This is a bronze piece. So bronze, copper, and brass. They all can be worth something, you guys. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you get a collection piece. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple collection pieces, or something back from the ancient times, or the real material. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's the real thing of it, it could be worth something. You know, a collection item. You know, so. We talked about can bronze and all that stuff rust. Somebody wants to know how strong is bronze compared to steel? Well, steel is one of the hardest substance on the planet. It is certainly much stronger than bronze. So we just found that out. This added strength um, meant that less steel hard to be used to make effective tools. So it's not strong as steel, you guys. Weapons or armor making steel or lighter alternate. The strength also allows steel to hold an edge better than bronze. So back in the medieval times, they made a lot of stuff out of bronze. But it's saying that when steel came along, like Superman, the Man of Steel, it just took over. But it still holds value, guys. So I just thought I'd share all this with you guys. So when you're out doing your flea marketing or you're out doing your stuff, you never really know exactly what you're gonna run into. You might run into something that's really worth something, and Little Lady Blue wants you to know exactly what you're looking at, what you might find. What you say, Mr. J? Look like the boss. That's what he said. Yes. Oh, that's right. That's right. Shout out to you right there, Mr. J. Airs up, airs up, airs up. The Lady Blue wants you to know exactly what you're looking at. Don't want you to go and say, man, I didn't know what it was. I wasn't for trying to know the difference. Let's go with one between copper. That's what copper looks like, you guys. Here's another copper piece. That's copper, the reddish orange. See how it shines? That's copper right there. It's just like the penny. And so when you run into copper, then there's your beautiful brass. You see your brass, the goldish look with the brass. That's your brass. That's right. That's the difference. And then you have your bronze, you guys. Your bronze. You see your solid look with your bronze. Yeah. See ya. You just learned something today. You just learned something today. Yeah. So once again, thank everybody for tuning in. Facebook, YouTube. Yes, good to be in the know. That's right, Mr. J. Thank you. Because you never know. That's why I said you got to watch all the Little Lady Blue shows, because you never know what you might learn. You never know what you might going to learn on the Lady Blue show, or what you might see and just laugh and have a good time with Little Lady Blue. So look, Facebook, YouTube, you guys, if Twitter, Instagram, you guys, I want you all to get to my page, check out my shows once again at make sure you watch, like, and subscribe. Watch, like, and subscribe. I want you to watch, like, and subscribe. And I want you to enjoy the show, you guys. You guys. And I try to be on here every Monday through Friday, starting at 8. I hadn't been able to get on there lately because I've been working so hard on other things. But you guys, thank you for bearing with me. And every Saturday is my outing day, where I'm trying to go out and take my show out, out there, you guys, and have a good time right here in the M Town with the beautiful, beautiful M Town people, and you guys, and show the beautiful, beautiful parts of the city and the beautiful people in the city as well, you guys, and have a good time and do some great things, have some great fun, and just do the damn thing. So make sure y'all tune in for my Saturday show, you guys. It's all out of love. You can't hate because there's no room for hate. It's only room for love. So do me a favor, you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Get on my page once again. Watch, like, subscribe, thumbs up. Put your L's in the air, y'all know. Be safe. Be careful. God bless you. And say it with me, y'all. One love. That's right, y'all. One love, everybody. Little Lady Blue. Yeah! Hey, man. Little Lady Blue is out.